They might say money doesn't grow on trees, but I doubt you're going to be disappointed investing in this money tree. Today's What Is It Wednesday? The money tree. With its botanical name, PACHIRA aquatica, being derived from a legend involving a poor Taiwanese farmer who prayed for wealth. According to the legend, the farmer found a small plant growing by the river and, believing it to be a sign, took it home and cared for it. The plant grew into a tree with a braided trunk, which the farmer then sold to a wealthy man, bringing him much prosperity. That legend is said to be the origin of the money tree's association with good luck and fortune. It originates from Central and South America. This money tree has a thick, often braided trunk, glossy, palmate leaves that are said to resemble hands. It can grow up to 6 to 8 feet tall indoors, although it's kept often smaller due to keeping it in smaller pots and pruning. My plant here is several years old. It's one of the original plants I think I bought at IKEA when I first moved to California in 2020 during the pandemic. We've had our ups and downs. We've lost many leaves. I think one of the stems stopped growing, but it continues to push out new growth now that I've learned how to take care of it. So on to the care needs. You'll definitely want a well-draining soil that you will water only when it completely dries out. And then definitely soak it through, but don't let it be sitting in any water. Definitely well-draining. You only need to repot every few years. If the plant becomes root bound, then upsize it 1 or 2 inches max. If you notice any browning or crisping leaves, you may need to water more frequently or add a humidifier if your humidity is not high enough or it's really dry during the summer and hot. Otherwise, onto light requirements. It'll definitely thrive in bright indirect light. Some people say it does well in lower light, which it might, but it'll be happier in bright indirect light. Even a little morning or evening sun would be fine as long as you don't have it in super hot conditions. If you're not seeing new growth frequently during spring and summer, you may want to move it closer to a window and fertilize every few weeks when watering. Here you can see the stems are generally braided when you purchase them, usually in 3 or 5 strands. And I untied mine. I felt like it was suffocating it and preventing growth. Just let it grow kind of loose. I did almost lose a couple strands, probably due to overwatering till I figured it out. But it is growing from the bottom strands as well as from the top. It generally will grow new stems from the top. And if you cut off any of the stems, it will promote it to branch out usually. The temperature, they like to be about 65 to 75 degrees. They can tolerate slightly cooler temperatures, but should be protected away from drafts and extremely cold temperatures. Here I have one stem that I believe rotted or is completely dead, but it's still providing support and it's done okay for quite a while. I don't want to mess with it and try to separate it as long as the rest of the plant still does okay. As far as pest control, I'll rinse with the soapy water and spray every month or so. That's the easiest way to dust this plant. Here at the top of the plant, there's several new growths. As you can see, each will have a cluster of leaves. They could contain 5 to 7 individual leaves, but it can vary depending on the conditions of the plant. But more mature, they seem to consistently push out more leaves. I think I'm on like 5 or 6 right now. I'm going to up pot it in the near future to hopefully grow it up bigger. For propagating, they say you can take a stem or cutting from a node and place in water. I have not tried that. I don't have a desire to make multiple of these, but out in the wild they do flower and they do produce nuts, like chestnuts, that I think you can plant and grow, and that's how they reproduce in the wild. Maybe I'll give it a try in the future with the stem, but they're generally pretty inexpensive to just buy a more mature plant, as they aren't that fast of growers, even though they can produce more leaves. Easiest way to tell when it needs to be watered is by lifting it. If it feels really light, because the plant is generally light, that you can just pick it up with one hand when it's in a smaller stage. And then I know it needs to be watered. If it feels heavier, I would wait till it feels really light. Joke time! Why did the plant stay home? Because it had too many roots. On a serious note, the plant is not toxic to pets or humans, but it's always a good idea to keep them away from small children and pets, just so they don't have any issues if ingested. Do you have a money tree? Is it bringing you luck and prosperity? Do you have any tips or tricks how you keep yours growing healthy, tall? The money tree is one of my favorites. It's just an easygoing plant, and I feel it brings a feng shui energy. They say certain parts of the home or office, particularly the southeast corner, where I just realized mine has been living. So I hope that's what you can get out of yours. Definitely add it to your wish list. Give it as a gift the next time you're looking for a gift. It's easily found in most big box stores. As with most plants, don't forget to rotate. So to keep it growing evenly all around for aesthetic looks and to keep it from tipping over. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot. And watch the other What Is It Wednesday plants in the series.